Hey guys, how are you guys doing? I'm doing this live, and beforehand, I just want you guys to know that this live is going to be added to my YouTube channel at Ariel Designs. So if I don't get to comment too much in the comment section, it's because of that little detail. So whoever that is going to start adding up in the conversation, I thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for wanting to join this live today. I know I have received a lot of messages from my friends, right, asking me why I haven't done any live anymore. Um, Before anything, I just want to say that I am so happy that whoever was following the recent giveaway, the cash giveaway of $250 was already given to the winner. And I couldn't be more happy than ever to the person who received it. It is a good feeling when you're able to bless someone. It doesn't matter if it's with $5 or $10. Just I think that's the gift that God has given me since I was a young girl. Being able to give to someone, it has been, it's one of my greatest joy. So I thank every one of you who made this possible, because if it wasn't because of your support and for your encouragement every day to, make this brand a safe haven for whoever's following me, I think it wouldn't have been possible for me to do the giveaway. So each one of you was part of that accomplishment. So I thank you so much. And I I haven't done my makeup because today we're gonna be talking about fears. We're going to be talking about loneliness and the feelings of anxieties. I do want to add a little bit of a blog feeling into my Instagram page, and since I'm also going to be adding this on my YouTube channel, so that's why I wanted to make this video as a conversation. I hope that whoever who's going to be joining the live or who's going to be participating or someone would like to add a comment. If I don't get to involve you or write back in the comment section, is because like I was saying since the beginning, this video is going to be posted on my YouTube channel, and the purpose of today's live is mainly to talk about, to have a conversation regarding the fears and how some people may feel lonely and the anxiety because of the holidays. And as you are aware, my brand is focused on those areas. So whoever who's going to watch this video, I hope that I'm gonna be a blessing to you tonight, and my video is going to be a blessing. I always pray to God that the purpose that He has for my brand is a blessing to whoever that may be in those situations where they may be feeling lonely or depressed or someone lost. So I am not a professional. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not here to heal no one, but I know that we do have a creator, and I always say that I sometimes I end up talking in my life like if I'm preaching, because I do attend to a church and I am the daughter of pastors, and for the mercy of God, I do get, the advantage to preach to my congregation. So whatever I had learned since I was, in church, I started going to church when I was 9 and 10 years old. And from everything that I had gone through in my personal life, I have noticed that whenever I have involved God and my faith in my life, it has been a big blessing. It has helped me to ease those type of anxieties, those feelings that as human beings we have the right to feel that way, but it doesn't mean that that you have to feel alone and that you have to overcome these feelings by yourself. And sometimes we face these positions alone, and we feel that no one is there to help us. But I just want this video to be a reminder to you that there is someone out there. There's always going to be someone who's going to be either watching my videos, who's going to feel related to the situation, and maybe they add a comment on the live, or they add a comment on my post, or once I post this video, and let you know that you're not alone. And we everyone somewhat in their journey is going to go through that. I also want to thank everyone who tagged me yesterday on the stories to put comments or just add a little post on their stories, and they tag me on there to support Supportive Saturday. I do apologize because yesterday, for some reason, guys, like I told you, I am a Christian believer. I'm very spiritually. I've been praying a lot, and I've been looking for the presence of God. I had this video planned so that people could come and feel not only motivated but inspired for what I'm gonna say tonight. And I felt that I was going through a lot spiritual. I had a spiritual war yesterday, and I thank God for God that allowed me to see my sister yesterday. And I told her about this, that I had written down the things that I wanted to talk today, and I was feeling that somewhat I was getting oppression from the enemy. The same way that there's good things and God and angels, there's also bad things that are surrounds our human form. But when you try to walk spiritually, you're gonna be faced with this war of other bad spirits, and these emotions are going to overwhelm you. And also my journey I have started my enlightenment process. The enlightenment process, I always say, is not about everything seeming beautifully sparkling, and you're gonna be blessed every day just because you confess stuff or because you start to manifest things with your words. It doesn't happen that way. Sometimes because you're trying to look for positivity around you, and because you want to look into good things, the bad things rise up from nowhere, and they don't want you to be in a positive light. So that is going to be part of the conversation. I hope it doesn't get too long, because I end up talking too much and then I get everyone lost. Even though last live, it was really good. Everyone was participating and they felt related. So I was so happy today because Sarah Music, she's this musician. I admire her. I admire her vibe. I admire her soul. She's a warrior. She's a singer. She's been doing a lot of things in order to bring out her name. If you're not following her, her name is Sarah Music. She posted a video today with one of my sweaters, and I felt very honored for her to wear it. And not only that, but she's trying to raise awareness of her country, Dominican Republic. She wants to raise a diaper for older people, because in some countries it's not easy for them to supply these items to elderly person. And sometimes I have always made this conversation that in the Spanish community, for some reason, they just feel that, oh no, I'm gonna be old and nobody's gonna be changing my diaper, or I'm just gonna be like that. But it comes to a point where it's impossible for you to be clean all the time. So a diaper is always helpful for this, for the elderly. And she's raising this awareness. So she wore my sweater that says "My life is a purpose" in order to promote the video, and I felt so grateful to see that. So if you have a chance, go to her page. Her page is Sarah Music, and if you're able to send, or hit her up, send her a message, and see how you could be a help for these persons in Dominican Republic. and maybe helping, maybe not, or suggest a way that you could help them. So that is that. I'm just going over the list of the things that I have to say today. um I've been a little bit sick this past days, you guys. That's why I also have been on and off from my, I haven't been too active either from my personal or business page because I'm asthmatic. I suffer bad migraines and sinus, and I have two kids. There, one is 4 and one is 1, so it has been a little bit of a headache in my house, and also I'm homeschooling my 4-year-old, so it has been a little bit hard. And but by the grace of God, everything has been working out. It's the only bad thing is that I haven't been too much on my phone or active on my feet, because sometimes even look at the light. Today is not that bad, but 2 days ago I couldn't even get out from the couch. That's how bad it was. The light was just hurting me. I was sensible. And then I also have read that when you're in the enlightenment process, the light will affect you, because there's something there's a third eye between your two eyes. It's supposed to be here. So they say that when you're looking for enlightenment, for some reason you start seeing things spiritually differently. So the light will affect you a little bit. So I don't know if that might be the case, or maybe it's just the sinus or the migraine that is just affecting me. But I wasn't able to even look at my phone or check my emails or anything like that. So I thank you for those. When I posted the story and I said that I wasn't feeling well, thank you for those who sent me an inbox or a message saying if I was okay, if I was holding up well, so thank you. And also yesterday, for some reason, I was on my personal page and it wasn't allowing me to sign in into my business page. So I don't know what was that about. But thank God that, today was a different story. I was able to sign in, and I saw all the people who tagged me on their stories to supported Saturday. And supported Saturday, guys, is very important to me. It's very special because like I always tell you, there are people who follow my page, a younger community. I also have moms who has postpartum depression. There are people who are struggling at this moment, even if they're in the States. They're struggling hunger. They're struggling parents who cannot have their kids, and they have to give them to foster care because they're jobless. And it's sad that some unemployment is not counting to some people just for certain criteria. So not everyone is getting unemployment. The situation in the States is hard. So I pray for each and every one of you. So when you post something on your story, something that might be positive to my followers, and you tag me on your stories, it brings encouragement to those people who are following me, because like I said, I am building up a community of moms that are single mothers who are fighting every day for their kids, and they're struggling at the moment because some of them, since they're single and they're the only source of income, they are struggling in their house. So when you tag me with a positive post and I could repost it on my story, and someone reads it, they just inbox me and they're like, oh, look at this comment, thank you so much, I was needing this post, I was needing this word, thank you for reminding me that there's a better tomorrow. And when we are positive lights, maybe you're not in a good position at this moment, but you might be in a better position than someone else. And when you're grateful for what you have, and when you motivate others with your words, with a post, with a positive video on your story, you bring out so much happiness to this community, that are looking for this just this encouragement in their life and this support. Let's try to be a moral support for these people, because not look at I don't know, I am so positive, guys. I don't want to get into political discussion, but my hope and prayer is that by, by after February or March, things are gonna start getting better. Might not be perfect or the same way or how it was before, but at least things are gonna start getting better. So, with that being said, yes, let's get into the conversation. I always end up talking more, guys. So help me out there. Hi to thank you for everyone who's waving at me. And like I said, I'm trying to make this video because I'm going to post it on my YouTube. If you're not following me yet on my YouTube channel, please follow me at Ariel Design. I have few videos up there that is supposed to encourage for an audience who wants support, maybe are looking for word of God, or just needs something to uplift their soul. I hope that my videos could bring that to you tonight, or whenever you feel bored or whatever. You could just go to my page and hopefully that could help you. So going back, I hope that because I have my husband babysitting tonight. Those of you who had connected when I'm doing my live, sometimes my husband starts calling out their names. So let's do a little prayer for him too. So yeah, you guys, Thursday's the 24th. Like Thursday's the 24th and Friday's the 25th. I don't know in your country, but in my country, for me, my Christmas is on the 24th, when we put the cohetes, sacamos los tamales, we make this big feast and firecrackers everywhere, and las estrellitas de luz, it gets so hyped up on the 24th. For me, the 25th is not much of a big deal. I just remember that when I was young and I wasn't married, I was still living with my parents. The only reason why I was happy on the 25th, it was because I wasn't going back to school. But the 24th for us is just a big deal, right? It's the time where sadly, this year is not going to be like that. We're not going to be getting together with our families. We wish that we could have this big celebration like we always do. We are getting on this it's like how could I tell you guys? I don't know if you feel that way. Give me thumbs up if you be feeling this way. It's an algorithm days that sometimes your spirit is up here, you're happy, you're motivated, and you just wake up and you say you're gonna get things right, but then you go to sleep and then you wake up the next day and it's like if you're dead. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to get up from your bed. You just feel like dragging your feet. Give me thumbs up in the comments if you feel that way sometimes. I feel that with everything that is happening around us, in some way it has moved us away from the daily routine, and now we're living every day as an unexpected day. And before, we used to plan ahead of the things that we were going to get done, the things that you were going to do with your family, with your friends during this time of season. You were going to go shopping, you were going to do Black Friday. You had everything planned ahead of you because of the holidays. But I haven't felt that way, and I think a lot of people who are following the regulations of the quarantine, I think they have also felt that way, that nothing, now you have to live every day as if it's your last day. You can't plan anything for tomorrow because you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Give me thumbs up if you're feeling that way, that you cannot plan anything for tomorrow. Whatever you do that day that's it. I know someone is watching me that he's a teacher. Maybe he has to plan the day before what he has to teach the night before, or else his students are gonna do whatever he wants, but whatever they want. But even like that, even if you have a job, even if you have I think if you're a mom, it's different, right? Your kids will still wake up in the morning asking for food. But for some people, I feel because the future seems so uncertain, it's very unpredictable. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. We don't know what's gonna happen in the following days to come. So you cannot plan too much, and I think that had caused a lot of fear in people. And let me tell you something personal that happened to me this past few days. Like I was saying, I was getting ready for this live. I wanted to make this live because I wanted to bring, not predica, not I didn't want to preach, but I felt that it was my duty for me to make a video talking about the feelings that you have when you don't know what's gonna happen, especially during, because the holiday is so close by. Thursday is, like I said, no, Friday. Well, Friday is Christmas, right? But not a lot of people are gonna be able to get together with their family, and not a lot of parents are gonna be blessed enough to give a gift or a present to their kids. I saw a story of a single father who, he was having a middle class life like everyone else, working every day. He is single. He's taking care of his kids because the mom of his kids is not able to mentally, she's not able to be the mother that she's supposed to be for the kids. So he took full custody of the kids. But sadly, because of everything that's going on, he lost his job, and the kids were 3 kids were placed in foster home. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because sometimes we forget to be grateful for the things that we have for the moment, for, like I said, for the day that we're living. We forget to be grateful. We forget to say thanks, even to the universe or the air, whatever you want to say thank you to. We just go ahead with the day, we forget that there's something that closes us into the reality that we're living in. So I just hope that that someone or somehow God sends those angels to this type of situations, because not no one, not everybody is lucky enough that's going to celebrate Christmas with their kids and their family. So if you're the type of parents who's gonna be spending the night with their kids on Christmas but do not have a gift for them, be grateful that at least you have your kids at home, and that you're not wondering where your kids might be if they're taken away from you. So that is, I think that if you're in that situation where you are in a better position than those parents, that's where we can become a blessing to them. If you're a parent who is blessed enough to spend more time with your kids, I encourage you today that when you post something in your story or your personal page or in your Facebook, always try to remember about this type of these scenarios in your head, because that's the only way that we are going to be able to shine a little bit of light to those parents, or to those people, or those type of person. So this past days, I've been trying to pray a lot for that, you guys. And for some reason, this is where I think the conversation is gonna start entering more into the spiritual world. And I like talking about this because my whole brand focus on meditation, focus on faith, and just finding peace. And I think when you find peace mentally, when you look for the spiritual things, you're gonna find peace mentally and spiritually. And it has to work together. Both of them have to work together in order for you to feel that you're getting this type of maybe solution to your anxiety or the fear that you might be feeling. So most of you know that I had, thank God this day has, besides the headaches and the migraine, my postpartum depression has been much better. So I already know what it's to be with postpartum depression. And I think everyone also has been afraid of something in their life, you know? And I was listening to something that caught up my attention, and I shared it with my sister yesterday. That as human beings, I don't know about you guys, but I'm Central American, and parents are very strict, you know. And I remember that they thought that by showing fear to us, that we were gonna be more I don't know, obligated to them, or more calm, or we were gonna pay attention to what they say. And I always felt that, like, I was telling my sister, I was like, yo, I remember they used to say, si no te vas a dormir, tú sabes, el diablo te va a venir a jalar en la noche, or Dios te va a castigar, cosas así, things like that, things, to make you scared, maybe to control you or for you to be obedient, but mentally it caused damage to us. And I was having this conversation with her because a lot of people, now that they are adults, they have fear, they have anxiety, and I also feel that they feel lonely because of that same situation. Because as growing up, sometimes grown-ups, we made the mistake of instigating this type of feelings to our kids, instead of us putting that comfort, and that, instead of saying words that will make them feel that they're secure with us. Sometimes we say things without even knowing that we're damaging their manhood or their adulthood. So maybe now you're a 30-year-old person who's going through this scenario right now, that you're feeling that you have fear, that you don't want the night to get there, because you feel that someone's gonna come in and pull your feet. And this is for real, guys. I'm not saying this because I want to make fun of someone. No, there are people that cannot, like, they have to have a flashlight or they have to have a lamp on, because if they feel that there's someone in the room, they start hearing things as soon as it starts getting dark in their room or in their house or outside. They feel that someone's gonna come and grab their feet, or they feel that someone is inside the room and maybe they're the only ones there. And these emotions are, our fears. But let me assure you tonight that this is why I don't want you to feel that I'm preaching to you, because we do have a creator, and God is so powerful that it doesn't matter if you're feeling like that, because God is so powerful. His light will shine away that fear. If you trust God that He's going to take control all over, or if you pray in the night and you say, God, this is how I feel in the night, but I'm gonna trust you that you're gonna take care of me, that you're gonna protect me. First, that pain or that fear is gonna be less, and I can tell you of that because, like I told you, I was getting ready for this, and for some reason yesterday my anxiety was so high, and I was like, why do I have so much anxiety? Why do I feel that someone is watching me? And I have my kids here, and my husband came home, and I was still feeling like that. But maybe God was allowing me to feel that way because He wanted me to know that that's how it feels to be in fear. Some people, they feel that there's someone chasing them. But when I was listening on YouTube, this preacher was saying that we shouldn't be feeling fear because God is with us, and He's the creator of everything, you guys. He even created the devil. He was a creator of that. Even though the devil, he rebelled against God, and now he's doing bad things to hurt humanity, because we are precious to God. We are His precious kids. The Bible says that we are no near you know, the angels are so precious and so beautiful that they fly with wings. That's how I imagine them, that they have wings. Some of the, you know, some part of the Bible says that they have beautiful wings. Some of them have even 6 wings. I think that they're so beautiful that still God says that we are his precious child. So we are so precious, you guys, that we shouldn't feel that God is not going to protect us. If he takes care of his angels, why wouldn't he protect us, that we are his creation? And he allowed us every day to have a moment of life, to be alive, to live. We don't see the angels. They don't get the chance and opportunity to have feelings. They don't get the chance and opportunity to have a family. They don't have the chance and opportunity to hold their kids. But we're so lucky enough that we're able to have kids. Me as a mom, I'm talking as a mother. I have 2 precious boys. One is 4 and one is 1. And yes, the 1-year-old, he's very bad. He won't stay still. He's climbing everywhere. Parece chango subiéndose a todos lados. But at the end of the day, he's my baby. You know, I would not love him less just because he's not staying still. And just to think about the love that I have for my kids, you know, how much greater love that God may have for you. So you can hi guys, thank you for joining me. So imagine how much love does your creator has for you, that you're so precious to him. You know, God doesn't compare us to anything more precious in the Bible, but because we are beautifully created, we're unique. And even in Genesis, in the book of Genesis, at the beginning, it says that God, speaking plural, he said, let's create men to our own image. Guys, we were created at God's image. What does that tell you? We are so precious. We somehow we're related to the creator, and that should give you joy. That should opaque and get rid of all the bad feelings that you may be feeling right now. Sometimes as humans, we, like I said, the angels do not have feelings, but we do. We experience fears. We experience joy. We experience happiness. We do feel lonely sometimes. We do feel depressed. But at the same time, there are other beautiful feelings that surround us, that once we see our family members, I get so excited to see my sister. I get so happy when I see my mom and dad. I get so happy when I get to see, you know, I don't have my from my father's side, I was growing up with my grandparents. I don't get to see them anymore because they passed away. But I told my husband, every time I see you sharing time with your grandparents, it brings me happiness because it reminds me of the times that I had with my grandparents. I'm not gonna cry, guys. I don't want to cry. But why am I saying all of these things? Because sometimes we allow fear to overshadow all the good things that we have in our life. And if you are a believer of God, if you believe that your creator is so big, when you're alone in the night and the darkness surrounds you, hopefully for whoever's joining right now, could see the beginning of the whole video so that you could understand why I'm getting to this point, this climax of the conversation. Because sometimes the fear doesn't come from God, guys. Fear comes from our enemy, which is the devil. You know, he don't want us to be happy because we are God's creation. We are God's child. And remember, if you know, whatever path in faith you walk, everybody knows that there's a good and there's evil, and the evil part is always going to overshadow our happiness. The evil part is always going to try to ruin all the good things that God created. Let's not forget that God created, since the beginning, he made his creation to his own image, and it was perfect. Adam and Eve were they were perfect. They were able to walk with the lion. They were able to talk maybe with the animals. They didn't have to work. They had everything easy. But the devil came and he ruined that, right? But the same way that he ruined that creation, every single day he's gonna try to put in your heart ways to stop you from being happy. The reason why I made this video is because I want you to know that it doesn't matter if at night if you feel lonely, depressed, or if you have fear because you're feeling that something is in your room. Just remember, stop those fears and let them know that you are greater than that. Let them know that you are stronger than that. Let the fear know that you're no longer afraid, that you have angels in your room, that you have angels in your house. You know, when we walk, a lot of people who walk in and want to have the enlightenment, like I was saying in the beginning, enlightenment doesn't mean that things are gonna be all lovey-dovey around you. You're gonna find yourself even God is gonna allow you to see that the people around, who is the real person around you. Sometimes you have fake friends around you, but if you don't ask God to open your eyes, you're always gonna have fake friends. You're always gonna have family members who are going to outshine your own glow, and you're gonna have people around you that without you knowing, they're gonna take your blessings away. So when you ask God to open your eyes, he will allow you to see all those things, and he will allow you to see different type of things. And you know, like I was telling you on 2 nights ago, I started praying, and I started feeling that feeling of fear. But then yesterday I stopped myself and I said, no, my fear is not going to overcome me. And I felt that was my moment for me to shine. That was my moment for me to prove to God that I was, you know, sometimes as preachers, they preach, but they don't go through the things that they preach. And I always say this in my church: what's the purpose of you preaching something that you have not gone through? You cannot say to someone that someone that maybe for example, if I was homeless, if I was homeless, and someone comes preach to me that, oh, it's okay to be homeless, just because they had never gone through homelessness, they cannot be a example to me, you know, because they don't know how it is to be homeless. By the glory of God, I had never been homeless, but I always say, and I will always tell you guys about how when me and my sister, you know, it was me and my sister and my parents, and we were not rich. We were not even middle class. We were barely getting into a middle class. But, you know, there was a day, I remember I was, sometimes I used to make tacos dorados, you guys, and I used to get burned a lot just to help my parents, make some money, extra money, so that we could pay the rent. And I was always trying to find a way to make money so that I could help my parents. But I remember once that we didn't have money to buy the food. We paid the rent, and we had nothing in the fridge. I don't know who has gone through that. I don't know how many of you guys have gone through that. When I tell you that there was nothing, there was only a leche vencida in the fridge. You know, a past dated milk in my fridge. That was all there was. And we had nothing. And I remember my parents, they were like, oh man, we just pay rent. We have nothing. There's no food. How are we going to do this? How are we going to manage? How are we going to eat? And then I remember that my dad... My mom and my dad, he called us into the living room, and he said, you know what, let's sit in the table, and we're going to say what type of dish we would like to eat right now, because, you know, we didn't have nothing. So I remember that my dad, he started saying, oh, look at my plate. It's full of seafood. Oh, look how beautiful my seafood dish looks. And he just started manifesting without him knowing. He was manifesting things that he didn't have. He don't know what manifesting is, but that's the power of manifestation. And he just started saying, oh, so what you gonna have? He was asking my sister and I, so what are you guys having? And we were like, oh, I think we're gonna have shrimps. And no, he said, no, just tell me what type of dish do you want to have? Don't just say it like that. And we were like, okay, we want lobsters too. So we sat down and we were just saying in the table, this is not a lie. This is not a story. This really happened to me, guys. So we were the four of us in the table and we were saying that we were gonna eat lobsters. Remember, there was nothing in my fridge. We were so broke because we had just paid the rent and we had no money to buy food. And we were like, and I was always, guys, the only one. I was always eating a lot. And so we got up from the table, pretending that we had a big seafood lobster food. And we just got up from the table without eating anything. I think we just end up making, I think we just ate. We didn't even eat. And we're like, oh, damn, we're gonna go to sleep. I was so hungry. I was so hungry. And we were so hungry. And then my mom was like, you know what? Let me just go clean the closet. My mom starts cleaning the closet. This is not a lie. You guys know that I would never say a lie. My mom started cleaning the closet and she pulled a jacket. And when she saw the jacket drop, I think it was, I don't know if my sister's there to clarify the amount. I don't know if it was $200 that fell off from that pocket. I don't know if it was $200 or $300. The thing is that the money fell on the floor and we all look at each other like, oh my God, what just happened? And I think someone had gave her the jacket. And when we saw the money drop, my dad was like, go to the pescaderia, go get some lobsters. And my dad was like, don't go get some lobster, go get the shrimps, let's make a feast because God sent us the money. Yo, my mom went, there's a fish market on 160, I think it's on 164th Street. There's a bus terminal and there's a fish market. So my mom, we used to live so close there. And my mom rushed out. She went to the supermarket. She got her carrito and she went to get her compra. She got her vegetables. She got so many things. She got her lobster. She got her shrimps. We made a feast that day. And why am I saying this? Is because if my parents would have seated there and would have been complaining and they would have allowed the fear, the anguish, the hunger take over of the positive mentality, I'm telling you, I wouldn't be here today telling you the story. Maybe my parents wouldn't be in an apartment at this moment. Maybe me and my sister, we wouldn't be living together because it would have gotten into a bad throw after that situation that we wouldn't be together. But because they stood positive, they didn't allow the fear to interfere in their faith, in their positivity, in their light. This is why I'm telling you, if we allow in every sense of our living day, see la magia de nuestro Señor, right? God gives us miracles every single day, you guys. Just to open our eyes is a miracle that God allow us to be alive, and that's what I'm telling you. You can't allow fear to interfere with the things that you try to build up every day. The more you want to do positive things in your life, the more bad things are gonna come your way. Because if you don't have luchas y pruebas, I don't know how you say that in English, luchas y pruebas, when you have obstacles along the way just to prove that you can do it, then you will not able to know if you're able to do it. You will not be able to know that you're strong enough to pass that obstacle. If we don't go through those things in life and say, I'm going to get over with it, I'm gonna get over this, I'm stuck in this situation, but I know there's a better tomorrow for me. If you don't start to proclaim those things, if you don't manifest those things, if you don't say those type of words into your life, then you won't get good things come over your way. And we could also apply that into our feelings. If we're always saying, oh, I'm so lonely, I'm so depressed, yes, yes, we do go through those things. But our mentality is a war, it's a battle war. And the more strong you make your mind to become, and the more powerful you're gonna be able to repent and to say, not today. Today I'm just gonna be in a positive mood because things are working out for me. Even if things are not working out for you, but if you're positive about it, if you start saying, proclaiming them in your life, that positive things are gonna come your way, trust me, good things are gonna start coming your way because you're being positive about it. And I know that sometimes we allow anxiety does comes, those type of feelings, they do come to our lives, and it's normal because we are only human beings. But don't allow those type of negative feelings to control you, or to overflow you, because when you do permit for them to take over your heart or your thoughts, that's when bad things starts to happen. So I might end up stopping the video anytime soon because it's getting long and I don't know how long they're gonna allow me to record right now. But I just want you to know that when you're positive about life, when you hold yourself from your creator and from God's hands, and you allow him to take over that mentality or that bad feeling, good things are gonna come your way. Better things are gonna start coming your way, because you're gonna say, okay, this is God and this is my fear. If you tell God, no, I believe in you, God, I put my trust in you, I know that you're gonna take care of me, then God is gonna start going like this in your life, and the fear is gonna start going down, you know. So the more you proclaim that God is gonna take over that and you're not gonna be afraid, you're not gonna be afraid, and that's not gonna be an obstacle for you in your life. I can tell you this because I was feeling like that yesterday. I had a lot of anxiety, and I stopped myself and I said, no, if I'm feeling anxiety, it's for a reason. So I have to see what was the reason that I was feeling anxiety. And I think I was feeling anxiety because I was allowing a type of fear to overcome me. But I stopped the fear and I said, no, God is bigger than that. God is a God of love. God loves me. God wants so many great things for me that I know that he has the control over me. And I also want to say that sometimes we want to get in touch with God, or we want to get in touch, we want to know who is our creator, but we're just so afraid to getting to know him that we built up a wall, and we're not able to see him because of that. So today I just want you to feel free, so that you could release all type of fear, release all type of negativity or bad thought that might come into your life. When we release that, release it out, let it go. When you do that, you will allow God to work in you. You will allow God to process his presence in you. Because even though we are made out of bones and we have skin, we also have a spirit. And our spirit, that's why, a lot of people, they study different type of spirituality. And that's because there is a spiritual realm out there. So, but when you allow God to work spiritually in you, you will see things are gonna start working differently for you. Those things are gonna become better for you, and God is gonna start working on your life, you guys. So have faith, hold yourself on your faith, because when you meditate in positive vibe, you're gonna be getting positive things. You're gonna start seeing things in a better way, in a better light. I know that probably you're feeling lonely at this moment because you're not able to share the holidays with your family. But always remember, try to hold your hand from people who are positive, people who bring light. Try to reach out to someone. If you feel that you cannot be by yourself, Call someone, call your mom, call your father, call your friend or your cousin, call someone to talk to on the phone. Nowadays everything is about texting, over the phone. But if you talk to someone, maybe even video chat, or use Zoom, so that you could talk to that person, talk to someone who makes you comfortable and brings you peace and love. When you do that, you're gonna feel that the weight is not too heavy on you anymore. And about my life is a purpose. Every single human being has a purpose to be alive. Every single human has a purpose to fulfill in this earth. I don't know what is the purpose that you have. I don't know what is your dream. I don't know what is your focus. But whatever it is, just remember that that you can do it. You can accomplish all the goals